2025 didn't go as planned.
535 marks.
बस थोड़े से मार्क्स से रह गई। बायोलॉजी ठीक था, केमिस्ट्री भी, पर फिजिक्स वो फिसल गया। इस बार पढ़ाई नहीं, तैयारी करो, वो भी स्मार्ट तरीके से, क्योंकि इन्फिनिटी लर्न लाए हैं अट्रेया, इंडियाज मोस्ट पावरफुल नीट रिपीटर्स प्रोग्राम विद P² CB, जिससे फिजिक्स पे होगा डबल फोकस।
Don't just make it your last try, make it your best one yet. Join Infinity Learn today.
Hello, good noon my dear students. Welcome to one more amazing session from Infinity Land. This is Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. How are you all doing? Can you all able to hear me? Can see me? Please give me a confirmation in the chat box. Hi Betu, good afternoon. Radhe Radhe. How are you? You are the student attending my classes on a regular basis. And dear students, today we are going to discuss about ionic equilibrium, where ionic equilibrium is the second part of equilibrium. And it is a grade 11 topic, and it carries a direct question from the NEET examination paper. One question will be there and you can grab 4 marks, and indirectly you can get one more question, and applications of the equilibrium principle can be seen, and you can have indirect question one more. So ionic equilibrium, you can expect 2 questions from the NEET examination pattern. So 8 marks is yours when you do ionic equilibrium well in your NEET preparation. Right, all my students, how are you? And please like this session and share with your friends and subscribe to Infinity Land YouTube channel. And in this session, I will be explaining ionic equilibrium principles. We already learned chemical equilibrium and their principles, and the same equilibrium principles we are applying in the aqueous solutions which contain ions, and we'll see the pattern of change, and we talk about electrolyte, non-electrolyte, acid-base theories, and we'll discuss about the pH and pH of various solutions, how to calculate them, and take a pen and paper and write the noteworthy points. Okay, dear students, so one more important thing, you are going to see the most expected questions from the pH from this chapter, and we will be doing some questions as well, and also you are expected to see salt hydrolysis and a buffer and solubility equilibria as well. Now we will see what is going to happen here. So before going for the ionic equilibrium, I just want to give you a short promo. You are all preparing for NEET examination. So in 2025, the students may drop for 2026, and NEET examination you are going to write along with the 12th passed students. So this particular session is helpful for 11th as well as the 12th and the droppers as well. When you drop for a NEET examination, what is the best way to prepare for your exam, and what are the way forward for your exam, and what are the pros and cons? So dropping for NEET examination, it is it is helpful. Why? Because you may feel that 1 year wastage. So waste of 1 year and the medical seat. So medical seat is going to be more costlier than a dropping for an year. So never confine that it is a year waste, rather this dropping year is going to be improvement era, improvement period for your life determining. So everybody focus on the NEET examination, and Infinity Land by Sri Chaitanya Academy offering Atraa Program. This Atraa Program is going to be India's most powerful NEET repeaters program. This Atraa, and it is going to have a special feature called P² CB. In this P² CB, you can have physics twice a day along with chemistry and biology. Yes, it is an awesome program, and we are going to transform your state from I didn't do to I will do it. Yes, it is true. And revolutionizing NEET preparation, which has a double focus on physics. Double focus on physics. Why you have a double focus on physics here? You know, if I ask you guys what is your toughest subject you prepare, that you say it is a physics. It is a common phenomena, not only you, for all the students preparing for your NEET examination. And this Atraa program makes you physics is going to be as easy as your chemistry or biology like thing. So students, link is available in the description box, you just click it. Yeah, and Atraa classes कहाँ से attend करना, उसका form कहाँ से fill करना, and Atraa program you can fill the details from the chat box, pinned messages also there, and you can see description box in the details of this video. If you scroll up and you're going to have a description box, okay, and in that link is available and you can click it and you can go through it. Hena betu, fine. And what are the structures of this? And this is an online program beta, this is online program, and the batch started May 23. You don't feel that you missed many things. Yeah, if you enroll now, you are going to be allocated in a new batch. So you will be, every week a new batch is being launched. And also days of the week within the classes, Monday to Saturday the classes will be there. Sunday को छुट्टी है, ओके, उस दिन आप असेसमेंट कर सकते हैं, टेस्ट भी कर सकते हैं, PYQs कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत रिवीजन भी कर सकते हैं. And you can see the duration of each class is going to be 1 or 30 minutes. 90 minutes का है. So this 90 minutes is going to be given a pure and confined and crystal clear picture about a subject by the expert faculty. And also class per day, 3 classes per day, उसमें 2 concept class होगा, 1 practice class होगा. And in that you will be having classes, 18 classes in a week. एक हफ्ते में 18 classes होगा, उसमें double practice class for the physics भी होगा. Yes, and this much powerful, and some more features I just want to say. There are throughout the program, this program is scientifically designed by the expert team from the Chaitanya Academy and Infinity Learn. And you are going to have 465 online sessions by the expert faculty, okay, and also dedicated practice session 120 hours, and you won't have the pressure, rather you will be having a designed way of discussions, and the total 240 DPPs will be done. And if you do these DPPs now, you will be having a clear picture about clear command on the NEET examination. So the same model of the questions you can see it, so no concept is going to be deviated from this. And also after class you don't have to worry, the revision notes will be sent on your portal personally on a PDF format. And last but not least, you see, this is very, very important. You can get the best lectures various sources, but you don't get this. Batch size for the practice class is 20 to 25 students, really. And if you do so, what happens now? You will be having a direct interaction with the faculty, expert faculty, and you will be having customized doubt resolutions. And if you have a doubt, directly you can talk to the faculty, because the batch is very less strength, and you will not be put in a batch where hundreds of students, where you are asked to sit and you will be practicing the things. So 20 students means you feel it is a small room and you can do it now, and you can do the best. And the total 11th and 12th standard syllabus will be completed according to the NEET examination pattern is concerned. And violate description box, the link is available, everybody just watch it and click it. And before going for the concept, I just want to discuss about the NEET 2025 college predictor. And enter your those droppers, you can just check your fortune once again, and the AIMS, JIP, Murray, FMC, government, top private medical colleges. And we are giving a coaching from our side, from the Infinity Learn, to prepare your NEET and writing your NEET and guidelines for the NEET. And after NEET, we will take care of you till your journey to medical college. Hi, Saini, hello, how are you? So, my promotion is over, my dear students. Let us talk about ionic equilibrium. In this ionic equilibrium, you are going to discuss about the equilibria principles in the aqueous solutions of the ions of the aqueous solutions. है ना? So who is going to give the ions? So electrolytes are going to give the ions. So I want to say that types of substances classified into two types. One is electrolytes, another one is non-electrolyte. What are electrolytes? Electrolytes are Mahak, yes. Can you speak loud? Yes, I am speaking loudly. Betu, can you all able to hear me? Is there any voice in lag in the voice? Maybe your internet speed is little low. That's why your voice, my voice is less audible. Or you can wear a headset. That would be more preferable. Betu, you please confirm. Yeah. Hi. Free fire. Okay. So I want to ask you to change the name because I am very comfortable to call you by name instead of free fire lover and all. Is my voice is audible, Bacha? Please confirm. Is my voice is audible? Yes, that's good. And I am checking from my database. Yes, it is audible, right? And electrolytes and non-electrolytes. So electrolytes are the substances when they are in the molten state or when they are in the aqueous state, they are going to provide you the ions so that the solution is going to conduct electricity. So an example, sodium chloride is dissociated to give rise sodium plus and Cl minus. Because of the movement of this cation and anion, this solution has a conduction property. So sodium chloride is said to be an electrolyte. All acids, all bases and all salts are going to be the electrolyte minded. And talking about the non-electrolytes, the substance when you dissolve in the water, just like a chini, table salt, when you dissolve in the water, it dissolves, but there is no free ion, so it will not be conducting electricity. That is what is called as a non-electrolyte. So example, urea and sugar, glucose, glycerin comes under this category. Can you all tell me the formula of the urea? NH2, CO, NH2. First organic compound prepared in the laboratory. Yaad hai bachcho? Beto? You all remember this? Okay. Frederick Wohler first made first organic compound that is synthesized in the laboratory, that is urea. That is a non-electrolyte. Okay. Right. So moving ahead, our focus is on electrolytes. Our focus is on electrolytes and its behavior. Right. So let us talk about the electrolytes. So in the solid state, electrolytes are bad conductors of electricity in the solid state. That's the reason why sodium chloride, solid state, you say it is going to be a bad conductor. So why it is bad conductor in the solid state? Sodium plus and Cl minus together strongly bonded by ionic bond, so that there is no free ions. But in the molten state, so when you heat it, what happens? Sodium chloride is going to dissociate to give rise sodium plus and Cl minus, so it is going to be a good conductor. So sodium chloride in the liquid state, in the molten state, it is going to have Na plus and Cl minus, so it is a good conductor. The other one I just want to say, sodium chloride aqueous, sodium chloride aqueous. So it is going to have the free state of the ions moving here and there. So it is going to be excellent conductor. It is going to be excellent conductor. So when you jump into the concept, you will be having a clarity. This is what is a concept ladder, where you can see the good things and noteworthy points. Everybody says that sodium chloride conduct electricity, but it depends on the state. Mind it. And also you can see here electrolytes, they conduct electricity in the molten state or in the aqueous state because due to the free ions. So the entire ionic equilibrium lies on based on weak electrolyte and a strong electrolyte. These are two types. One is a weak electrolyte, another one is a strong electrolyte. Here you can see a strong electrolyte. So when you dissolve in the water, it is going to completely ionize and it is going to conduct the electricity at the fullest. That is called strong electrolyte. Okay. So example, you can say any strong acid or any strong base, any salt is going to be a strong electrolyte, except this salt. A salt of a weak acid and a weak base is going to be weak electrolyte. That is only the exception over here. Hope you understand. Dear students, please use the chat box and ask any kind of doubt if you have, and that helps us a lot, right? And you just use the Telegram channel, so that at the end of the session, the entire session notes is going to be submitted in the Telegram channel. There you can see the downloaded version of the PDF form of the presentation right now I am giving to you. So question, which of the following oxide of iron would be obtained by prolonged reaction of iron with the steam? That is going to be, yeah, please, and FeO, Fe2O3, Fe3O4, Fe2O3, it is given. So you are going to see, when the steam is passed, you are going to see the combination of Fe2O3 and FeO. Okay. So Fe2O3 and FeO together is said to be Fe3O4. Okay, beta? Signing. So in the steam formation, in the formation of a preparation of hydrogen gas, this reaction is used. Right, beta? Thank you very much. And to have this kind of doubt clarifications, this kind of interaction with the expert faculties, you need to go to a coaching center and pay huge amount of money, and you have to travel a long way. But in this session right now, as Mehak Saini asked a doubt, you can also ask doubt, and these sessions are completely free of cost, and I am more cordial to explain whatever the doubt you have, and so that it is a live interactive session but not a radio session. To make use of this advantage of this session and get well prepared for your NEET examination, and please like our session and share with your friends. इन लोगों को भी फायदा होना चाहिए, and please subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel, so that when the session is going to be there, it will be given your update and notification. एक बार बेल बटन दबाओ, आपको पूरा सारा सेशंस को नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. So this is about the strong electrolyte. So in the ionic equilibrium questions, when you handle it, you need to know which is a strong electrolyte, which is a weak electrolyte. So that is important, and the tricks and tips will be there in my session. So the strong electrolyte ionizes completely NaCl. It is going to be Na plus and Cl minus. What I mean to say, let us say 100 sodium chloride molecules are dissolved in the water. So all 100 molecules are going to be ionized like this. So you are going to get 100 Na plus and 100 Cl minus. That behavior is called a strong electrolyte behavior. Ionizes completely. Let us talk about the weak electrolyte. What is the weak electrolyte? But you can see the weak electrolyte, they show less tendency to ionize. I want to say CH3 COOH. When you dissolve in the water, it is going to give CH3 COO minus and H plus, and this can come back. So this ionization of a weak electrolyte is a reversible process. What I want to say, if you dissolve 100 acetic acid molecule in the water, so what happen, and maybe 1 or 2 molecules are going to be ionized like that, depend upon its concentration. Okay, that reaction is Ayazkan. Yes, of course it is irreversible. So that it is irreversible, mind it, and it is irreversible. So once it is a reversible process, you can apply chemical equilibrium principles. You can apply principles of chemical equilibrium, right? So you will be having an equilibrium constant. So how do I know an electrolyte is a weak electrolyte or a strong electrolyte? Any strong acid and strong electrolyte, it is irreversible and it is reversible. Ayaz Khan, fine, got it? That's good. Everybody who are online, please like the button. So when you click the like button, that number I can visualize in front of my screen, so that the josh in the class is going to be increased. Just everybody click it once, and you see how do I know given substance is a strong electrolyte or a weak electrolyte. Any strong acid is a strong electrolyte. Any weak strong base is a strong electrolyte. Any salt is a strong electrolyte. Right? Except the salt between a weak acid and a weak base. Talking about here, how do I know a weak electrolyte? Any weak acid is a weak electrolyte, any weak base is a weak electrolyte, and salt of weak acid and weak base is going to be a weak electrolyte. Find it. Fine, Ayaz Khan, thank you. Like button maro jaldi. Okay, very good. So we will focus more on the weak electrolyte. Any doubt? So let me complete this ionic equilibrium in 2-3 sessions, not a matter. But if you are very good at ionic equilibrium, you can do the best in your NEET examination, and also other parts of the organic chemistry is connected to the ionic equilibrium, my dear students. Let us talk here. So let us talk about the theory of electrolytes. So how electrolyte is behaving, that is explained by Arrhenius theory. But Arrhenius theory of acid and base is a little different. I am going to tell you that also. Okay, so it is also called a dissociation of electrolyte theory. And take a pen and paper, everybody take a note of it. Arrhenius theory of electrolytes I am discussing, not Arrhenius theory of acid and base. After this I will discuss that also. Okay, so the main postulates, electrolytes are dissolving in a solvent and they are going to ionize A, B. So A plus and B minus, it is going to be irreversible. This process is called ionization. It is different from dissociation, and decomposition is other way. Okay, dear children, the ionization process is reversible and the ionization constant is given as A plus and B minus and AB. Now, the same thing I just want to say, CH3, COOH, it is going to ionize to gives rise CH3, COO minus and H plus. Okay, so equilibrium principle का हिसाब से K is equal to आपका CH3 COO माइनस होगा एंड H प्लस होगा एंड CH3 COOH होगा. And as this is a ionization process for an acid and this is a ionization constant of an acid, you can say it is a Ka. Ka stands for ionization constant of an acid or dissociation constant of an acid. So Mehak, I want to ask a question. So please ask a question related to the current topic, otherwise it is going to be a distraction for the other students. Okay, during electrolysis, concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride, chlorine gas is given out at the cathode and hydrogen gas is cathode region. Ions of electrolyte attach opposite charge and opposite charged electrodes. Reason is not the correct way. So discharge potential of H plus is less than sodium plus. Therefore, hydrogen is liberated at cathode and chlorine is liberated at anode. So assertion and reason are correct. Reason is not correct explanation of assertion. Okay, Mehak, fine. So थोड़ा सा हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ, हाँ ट्रांसलेट करना चाहता हूँ. एंड ये जो वीक एसिड है ना, ये वीक एसिड आयनाइज करना है तो एसिटेट आयन, एसिटिक एसिड गिव्स एसिटेट आयन एंड H प्लस आयन बेटा. ओके, सो इक्विलिब्रियम प्रिंसिपल का हिसाब से इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट इज इक्वल टू प्रोडक्ट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन अपॉन रिएक्टेंट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन होगा. ये जो एसिड है ना, एसिड equilibrium constant, that is what is called as a acid dissociation constant और एसिड आयनाइजेशन कांस्टेंट. मान के चलो और एक वीक बेस में आपको दिखाना चाहता हूं मैं. सो अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड इज ए वीक बेस. ये कैसा आयनाइज करना, NH4 प्लस एंड OH माइनस है ना, NH4 प्लस OH माइनस. इसका नो प्रॉब्लम महक. आस्किंग ए डाउट इज a good thing. I always prompt and suggest my students to ask the doubts. So make the chat box engaged. So you are all my students. Your subject and your result is on me. I am responsible for your result. Mind it. Provided the condition, please attend the class on a regular basis so there is no discontinuity in the subject. हर क्लास में आप अटेंड करना है, सो ताकि आपको पता चलेगा पूरा सारा के सारा सिलेबस ये यूट्यूब चैनल में आपको दिया जाएगा बेटा. ओके. अदर रिलेटेड टू डाउट्स के लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम लेक्चर में हाँ मैं देना चाहता हूँ. अयाज खान, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं बेटा. I love to teach and I love to clarify the doubts. And I'm very lucky to have such type of valuable students like me. So let me drive your journey towards the result. Okay, ये बेस है क्योंकि ये OH माइनस दे रहा है ना. सो इसका एसिड डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट, बेस डिसोसिएशन कांस्टेंट होगा NH4 प्लस and OH minus, and it is going to give rise ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so this is an acid. So Ka, acid ionization constant or acid dissociation constant बच्चों, and this is a base. This is going to be Kb, that is base dissociation constant or base ionization constant Kb. Okay, so we will be discussing about the more details about this. You want to say acid dissociation constant, base dissociation constant, whatever it may be. This is the Arrhenius theory of ionization. Okay, and concept of electrolytes, you have strong electrolyte and a weak electrolyte. मान के चलो ये strong electrolyte AB gives rise A plus and B minus, है ना. And you can see initially C moles per liter लिया, 0 moles per liter, 0 moles per liter. Once you dissolved it, total सारे के सारे ये भी dissolve करके A plus B minus मिलेगा, A plus B minus मिलेगा. उसमें at the end you don't find anything left AB, and you are going to get, आप जितना dissolve किया उतना ions मिलेगा. हाँ बेतु, you are allowed to ask any doubt. Okay, definitely. Ayaz Khan and Betu, I'll give you the time to ask. Okay, so during this process, let me give you the total delivery of the lecture. ठीक है बेटा? Very good. Mehak, okay, follow this, and you can see the process आपको दिख रहा है ना, ये वाला जो irreversible process है, strong electrolyte होता है. ठीक है? And talking about the weak electrolyte, concept of electrolyte. Okay, no problem, you can't retract the message, you don't delete the message. आगे बढ़ो. जब ये भी dissolve किया, A plus B minus मिल रहे हैं ना, मान के चलो ये weak electrolyte है. So फिर A B gives A plus B minus, A plus B minus फिर दोनों मिलके A plus चल रहे हैं. So this process is called as a reversible process. Okay, and you can say initially C mole per liter लिया, 0 and 0 ionization फिलहाल शुरू किया नहीं. जब आप ये भी थोड़ा सा dissociate करके, you have to say alpha is degree of ionization. So alpha में क्या होगा? Alpha is equal to number of moles ionized and number of moles dissolved. So maybe 100 molecules are dissolved, maybe 2 molecules are behaving like this. So 2%, alpha is going to be 2%. So mean to say alpha is going to be 0.2 हो गया. हाई चंचल पांडे, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में शुरुआत में बोल दिया, What is an electrolyte? The substance when you dissolve in the water, it split into ions is called as electrolyte. ठीक है बेटा चंचल पांडे, let us talk about the weak electrolyte and a strong electrolyte. Strong electrolyte is going to ionize completely. Weak electrolyte do not ionize completely ताकि इसका दोनों का बीच में equilibrium मिलेगा. This is an equilibrium. So that it is said to be at equilibrium, you can say C minus C alpha होगा, C alpha होगा, C alpha होगा. C minus C alpha, C common निकाल के C of 1 minus alpha भी लिख सकता. So इसका alpha हमेशा strong electrolyte का alpha हमेशा 1 होगा, nearly equal to 1. There is no equilibrium and it is irreversible. ठीक है, right? चंचल पांडे एक बार like मारो. And you can say a weak electrolyte, and whenever you ask a question, your name will be stamped in the live session. And weak electrolyte alpha हमेशा alpha less than 1 होता है, कभी कभी less than 1 होगा. Are you getting or not? And there will be an equilibrium between these two, and this process is a reversible. ताकि equilibrium मिलेगा ना, irreversible में equilibrium नहीं मिलेगा. Understand? ठीक है. Now talking about Ostwald dilution law. So let us say here, I don't want to just show this slide and wash my hand. Let us take an electrolyte CH3 COOH, मान के ये weak acid का है ना, there is a CH3 COO minus and H plus है ना. I just want to derive this. Everybody take a pen and paper and derive along with me. ठीक है बेटा, ठीक है. And these are all the at the end formulas you can say. So शुरुआत में इसका C मोल पर लीटर होगा. C के बारे में थोड़ा सा बता देना. हाँ, C मोल्स पर लीटर, जिसका मोलारिटी C मान के चलो. आयाज खान, अंडरस्टैंड, क्लियर, अंडरस्टैंड. सो दैट इट इज फिलहाल शुरू किया नहीं. सो लेट अल्फा इज द डिग्री ऑफ आयनाइजेशन. सो दैट वंस इट इज सब्ट्रैक्टेड, कुछ मॉलिक्यूल्स आयनाइज कर रहे हैं. कितना मॉलिक्यूल्स आयनाइज कर रहे हैं? सो सी अल्फा, अल्फा का वजह से आयनाइज कर रहे हैं. सो कितना बचेगा? सी माइनस सी अल्फा बचेगा, है ना. और जितना खर्चा किया उतना फॉर्म होना है. सो C alpha is used, C alpha is formed, and it is also is going to be C alpha is used. And let us apply this. Ka, acid dissociation constant, A is equal to CH3 COO minus and Hu plus and CH3 COOH का concentration, जो concentration square bracket में दिया ना, that is called molarity. कितना है molarity? C moles per liter. molarity का units का हिसाब से mole per liter बोलना है. आयाज खान, बेतु, okay. And Mehak, you can see CH3. So Ka value is given as CH3CO minus का कितना बचा? C alpha बचा. And H plus का C alpha बचा. And acetic acid का C minus C alpha बचा. Understand? Clear? So this is the best way of explanation you are getting. So please Chanchal Pandey एक बार like मारना क्या बोला? Now you can write this as Ka is equal to C alpha dot C alpha, C square alpha square beta. Right? Thank you Chanchal. And C common निकाल के 1 minus alpha बनेगा. So open the book, any text book. ये प्रिंट करके देता हूं, कैसा आएगा? You need to know it, है ना? Right. Let us see. Now I just want to cancel this. A square and this C. Right? You're going to see then Ka is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. K is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. You understand the meaning of this? You understand the meaning of this, right? Now let us see, जो weak जो electrolyte होता है ना, alpha value कम से कम होगा, alpha value कम से कम होगा. So that when alpha value कम से कम होना है, तो for very alpha value is very small, so that 1 minus alpha आप ignore कर सकते हैं denominator में. ये ignore करने के बाद अब क्या होगा? You can see this is going to be Ka is nearly equal to C alpha square, mind it. Alpha is equal to root Ka by C. C stands for concentration, na? Degree of ionization, degree of dissociation, inversely proportional to root concentration, a constant here. So concentration, this is what is called Ostwald dilution law. This is what is called as Ostwald dilution law, and the total ionic equilibrium Ostwald dilution law के हिसाब से घूमते रहते हैं. Ayaz Khan and Chanchal Pandey and Betu Mehak. So you all able to understand this. Now let us talk about here. Ka is the dissociation constant for an acid, Kb is the dissociation constant of a base, okay, and C is the concentration here, molar concentration, okay, and this is all about the Ostwald dilution law. Before going for this, I just want to talk about the basics of degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. Degree of ionization and degree of dissociation. Bachcho, so it is a fraction of total number of molecule which ionizes to the constituent ions. Okay, so alpha is equal to number of molecules ionized, or you can say dissociated, upon the total number of molecules that are dissolved in the solution. So the value of the degree of dissociation depends upon the various factors. In the NEET examination में आपको सीधा क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाएगा, which of the following the degree of dissociation alpha is dependent, okay, which of the following dissociation constant is dependent. K is called dissociation constant here, okay. So dissociation constant depends on the concentration, and dissociation constant depends on the concentration as well as temperature. Okay, while degree of dissociation depends, alpha is degree of dissociation depends on nature of solute, nature of solvent, and concentration of the solution and the temperature. I want to just give nature of solute. So nature of solute means weak electrolyte and a strong electrolyte. Strong electrolyte alpha value is nearly equal to 1, weak electrolyte alpha value is less than 1. Okay, every point I want to discuss here. Let us talk about nature of the solvent. And nature of the solvent, I just want to say here, nature of solvent, alpha increases as the dipole moment of polarity of the solvent increases. This is the way you need to make a short note. I am telling you how to make a short note in the class as well. And the concentration, how to understand the effect of concentration. Concentration depends on, as concentration decreases, degree of ionization increases. Alpha is directly proportional to 1 by root concentration. This is what is called as Ostwald dilution law. Okay, and at the last I just want to discuss here, as temperature increases, degree of ionization increases. How many points we are discussing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So Ayaz Khan, Chanchal Pandey, Betu, let me know any doubt. Mehak, any doubt? If you have any doubts, I am telling you, giving enough time to just recall and you will do it, है ना? You can do the best. ठीक है बेटा? Clear? Can we? Well. Now you can see here, Ostwald dilution law, that's what we already derived everything. You just make a note of it here. And after that, I just want to discuss the acid base theories. ठीक है? Yes. Take a snapshot everybody. This is all about the detailed version. So for making your notes that can be useful, right? And concept ladder, it is a noteworthy. Whenever I say it's a concept ladder, I just want to say it's a noteworthy point. So smaller the value of Ka or Kb, weaker is the electrolyte. Okay, strength of the acid is based on Ka value. Stronger acid will have the bigger Ka value, weaker acid will have the smaller Ka value. Similarly, you will be having a stronger base will have the bigger Kb value, and weaker base will have the weaker Kb value. And you can say, before going for this common ion effect, I just want to quickly talk about the acid base theories. And you have nearly 120 slides. Can you believe it? Okay. Can you believe it? And we are talking about the electrolyte. We have the ions, the substance when they are dissolved in the water, they are going to ionize, and they are called electrolytes. These electrolytes are nothing but a strong acid or a strong base or a weak acid or a weak base or a salt as well. I want to say here, in ionic substance, I want to say the acid and base theories are important to generate the ions. So we have various theories. A short recapture. Okay, you have acid base theories. So under the heading of acid base theories, I just want to say first one is Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory of electrolytes. Arrhenius theory of electrolytes we completed, and we are in acid base theory, Arrhenius acid base theory, where an electrolyte, okay, a acid is said to be the substance when you dissolve in the water which generate H plus ions in the aqueous solution. Okay, donor in aqueous solutions. Okay, so always maintain the notes in a crystal clear way. You don't write the notes in a paragraph or a comprehensive way. So please write the notes in a single line or a half line. So you can see the substance when you dissolve in the water. So this is very, very important. It is applicable only in the aqueous solutions. नहीं, you have Ayaz Khan बहुत easy है, लेकिन इसका applications थोड़ा सा twist रहता है, so that you need to follow systematically. That may be easy to you and others will get the benefit now. And you can say a base. The base is a substance, you can say the substance which can give OH minus on aqueous solutions. Are you getting on in aqueous solutions? Okay. And the same way here, you can see an acid base neutralization, you can say strong acid, you can say weak acid. The substance which give complete ionization, gives more H plus, is called a strong acid, and the substance which do not ionize completely to gives rest total H plus, little H plus is given, that is called the weak acid. Okay, in that neutralization क्या होगा? So H plus acid से OH minus base से आना है, so to form H2O. This process is called a neutralization. And what are the defects? What are the defects in the Arrhenius theory? It is only applicable in aqueous solutions. You want to say HCl is a vapor. Do you say HCl is a vapor, is an acid? Arrhenius has no explanation. You know, oxides of non-metals are acidic. He cannot explain it. He wanted to dissolve in the water. And the basic nature of ammonia is not explained. Nothing is explained. He is only confined to the just aqueous solutions. And to overcome this, another one, Brownstead Lowry comes into the picture. So, how the theories are evolved, I am explaining you, my dear children. Let's talk about Brownstead Lowry theory. Brownstead Lowry theory. What is a Brownstead Lowry theory? I will tell you the first advantage of this. Ayaz Khan, you tell me what is the first advantage of this theory? Applicable to aqueous and non-aqueous solutions. Applicable to aqueous or non-aqueous solutions. That is the best advantage. So, मैं क्या बोलना चाहता हूँ? Very important thing. An acid is the substance which donate Hu plus donor, proton donor you can say. Hu plus means a proton. उसमें हाइड्रोजन एटम में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दिए, उसमें क्या बचेगा? सिर्फ एक ही प्रोटॉन बचेगा, उसमें न्यूट्रॉन भी नहीं है ना. Yes, you said, Ayaz Khan, you said it is बहुत easy. Okay, then base क्या होगा? Ayaz, tell me base. Base is a substance which Hu plus acceptor, understand? Hu plus donor and Hu plus acceptor, right? And you see, how can you say this is an acceptor and donor? It is said that HCl dissolved in the water. So, you can say HCl dissolved in the water. So, what happened? You are going to see Hu plus is going to be donated to this. So, that H3O plus banega and E is going to become Cl minus. Okay? And you can say this is a donor, Hu plus donor, and he is a Hu plus acceptor. Now, he is going to be a donor and it is going to be acceptor. So, a pair, always a pair will be there. To define an acid, you need a donor and an acceptor. You want to define a base, you need a donor. So, without an acid, there is no base. Without base, there is no acid. That's a very important thing. And you know, this a जोड़ी जो देखता है ना आपको, and this is called as acid base का जोड़ी है. That is called conjugate acid base pair. Conjugate acid base pair. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बच्चों? And you are going to see H2O is going to become H3O plus. So, this is also called as a conjugate acid base pair. ये दोनों का अंतर कितना होगा? कॉन्जुगेट एसिड बेस पेयर में सिर्फ एक ही H प्लस में अंतर आता है. द ओनली डिफरेंस बिटवीन ए कॉन्जुगेट एसिड बेस ए पेयर, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 1 H प्लस 1 प्रोटॉन. सर अरहीनियस और ब्राउनस्टेड लवरी का सेम डेफिनेशन है वो हो सकता है फॉर एसिड्स? नहीं. हियर अरहीनियस में H प्लस देने वाला है एक्वेस सॉल्यूशन में अरहीनियस एसिड होगा, लेकिन ब्राउनस्टेड थ्योरी में H प्लस सिर्फ देते लेने वाला को कहीं भी आ सकता है, एक्वेस में आ सकते हैं एंड नॉन एक्वेस में दे सकते हैं, है ना. सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द अरहीनियस एंड द ब्राउनस्टेड थ्योरी अकॉर्डिंग टू द डेफिनेशन ऑफ एन एसिड. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? सो द स्टेट हैज ए लिमिटेशन. अरहीनियस थ्योरी में ये एक्वेस सॉल्यूशन होना ही जरूरत कंडीशन है, लेकिन Brownstead theory mein it could be aqueous solution, it could be any solvent. Understand? Got it. That's good. So you see the kind of interaction. Other students who are attending this class, you try to understand how the lecture delivery is going on. So you may be a rock star performer, you may be a learner, you may be a developing student. This is the kind of lecture, the way I am giving you the delivery, it is open, and attend the class on a regular basis and learn actual scratch level and the fundamental level, strong fundamental level of concept I am giving. Just now Ayaz Khan said, sir acid base theory is आसानी concept है, sir से छोड़ दो, skip कर दो. But here himself has some confusions na. Yes, definitely that could be you also. You please use this chat box, can please ask a doubt. Okay, talking about so acid base. Okay, if you say acid, इसका थोड़ा सा H plus हटा दो, आपका conjugate base मिलेगा. If you take a base, इसका थोड़ा H plus add कर दो, you are going to get a conjugate acid. You understand? That is a simple trick. And also total organic chemistry is driven by one thing, total organic chemistry based on this. And what is that? A strong acid will have a weak conjugate base. A strong acid will have a weak conjugate base and vice versa. So this statement can solve so many problems in the organic chemistry. Mind it. Do you feel organic chemistry is something got to by heart? No. Why strong acid has a weak conjugate base? Ayaz Khan, wonderful question. Wonderful question. You can see this is a strong, this has a strong tendency to donate H plus, so that it is giving Cl minus. It has a weak tendency to accept electron. Got it? So that the equilibrium always in favors in the forward direction. You understand? इसी को देने का संभावना ज़्यादा होता है by virtue of nature, nature का हिसाब से जिसका देने का संभावना ज़्यादा होता है, इसका लेने का संभावना कम होता है. You understand, Ayaz? Clear? So the substance which has a great tendency to donate HO plus, obviously by logic क्या बोल रहे हैं? So it has a great tendency to give, it will have a less tendency to take. Thank you very much, and I love the way you attend the class first. Such a useful doubt. Ayaz Khan is asking doubts, and that doubts is driving the class in forward direction. Equilibrium हमेशा forward ही होना है. Thank you, Ayaz Khan. And those doubts are definitely benefit for the all the students who are online. Yes, I strongly appreciate Ayaz Khan. And Betu, you have stopped asking doubts. Mehak, okay, come on. So dear students, let us talk about this. Is a very important. This is a very important. Okay, the electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 what liberated at cathode. Dilute H2SO4 liberated at cathode is hydrogen gas. Okay, Ayaz. Abhinav Yadav, hello, how are you? Abhinav, you didn't like the session yet. Please like the session. And I can see those students who liked my session also. Abhinav, hi. Moving ahead, this is about the Brownstead-Lowry theory. And if you are very good at this Brownstead-Lowry theory, actual essence, you can do the best in your organic chemistry, right? In this chapter, you may not have that great usage of this. Okay, somehow you can use it, but organic chemistry में ज़्यादा sound देता है. Okay, बेटा. And Abhinav Yadav, like मारो. मार दिया. So I can visualize. Okay, my dear students, let us talk about the Lewis theory. The आगे वाला another one is a Lewis theory. This is also called as electronic theory. This is also called as electronic theory. This is also called as electronic theory. ठीक है? So what he want to say? He want to say that acid is electron pair donor, electron pair acceptor, and the base, you want to see electron pair donor. That's it. So whenever electron pair donor is giving the electron to electron pair acceptor, दोनों का बीच में क्या होगा? एक coordinate covalent bond होगा. So H2O, okay, and it is going to Hu plus. And what happened here? H2O इसका electron इसको देते हैं. So what happens here? You can see hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and there is a dative bond. That is what is called as a neutralization, ताकि इसका positive charge मिलेगा. And he is a donor beta, he is a donor, he is an acceptor. Yet all three definitions for acid and bases are the same definition for the strength of an acid and base. Actually, Ayaz Khan, Arrhenius theory discuss about the strength of an acid and a base, and Arrhenius Brownstead theory also talk about the strength of an acid base in the different dimension, equilibrium का हिसाब से. But Lewis theory has no explanation for the strength of an acid and strength of a base. That itself is a difficult defect of the Lewis theory. समझ में रहे क्या बेटा? अयाज टॉकिंग अबाउट ये इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करने के लिए इसके पास it should have at least one lone pair of electron on it. Yes, exactly. हमेशा कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड होता है, ये डेटिव बॉन्ड का. अयाज खान, एंड इट इज एसेंशियल कंडीशन. कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड और कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड दोनों एक ही है, लेकिन कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड इज अ पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. इट्स अ कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड इज ए स्पेशल केस ऑफ ए कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. ठीक है बेटा? एंड ये इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए इसका पास कम से कम वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल रहना चाहिए. It should have at least one vacant orbital. You understand? This is very, very important. Clear? And this is only applicable when you want to define an acid, you need to have a base. And when you want to define a base, you need to have an acid. And acid base neutralizations हमेशा fast रहते हैं, लेकिन formation of a dative bond is a slow process. But Lewis theory has its own defect. He cannot explain the strength of an acid. ठीक है बेटा? So quick revision आपको बोलना चाहता हूँ. So acid base theory is first. पहले बार Arrhenius theory है. Arrhenius theory says an acid is a H plus donor in the aqueous solution, and OH minus ion donor in the base is a OH minus ion donor in the aqueous solution. HCl H2O का reaction reversible or irreversible? Irreversible, but reversible दिखाई दिया, and it is always favors in forward direction. That is not a reaction actually, that is an ionization process. Okay, and it is only applicable for aqueous solution बच्चों, only applicable for aqueous solution. बेतु doesn't act as a both Lewis acid and Lewis acid. Which among the following doesn't act as both Lewis base and Lewis acid? Options दे दीजिए. And talking about Brownstead-Lowry theory, Brownstead-Lowry theory says the substance which can donate H plus. So a proton donor is an acid and a proton acceptor is a base. And when somebody lose H plus, he is going to give its conjugate base. So iska conjugate is a acid, this is an acid, okay, iska jo base hota hai na, this is called conjugate base. So and here acid usme H plus is removed, you are going to get a conjugate base, and a base which you add H plus, you are going to have a conjugate acid. And a very strong statement I want to give you here, a strong acid will have a weak conjugate base and vice versa. So I want to say a weak acid will have a strong conjugate base. Group 1, 2 are all basic metals. Metals, they form oxides and which are basic in nature. So that is the actual version of the discussion. Okay, Ayaz Khan. And talking about the Lewis theory, it is an electronic theory. Acid, electron pair acceptor is an acid. Base, electron pair donor is a base. So you want to say a donor should have at least one lone pair with it. Acceptor should have at least one vacant orbital to it. So Betu want to ask which among the doesn't act as a both Lewis base and Lewis acid. Both are okay. So here you can say SO2, it do not Lewis acid, SO2 Lewis base, and H2O and NH3. So NH3 is the one which do not take electron and it can give electron. Answer is NH3. Got it? Clear? That's fine, Betu. And this is all about today's class, and we discussed what is theory of electrolytes, non-electrolytes, and weak electrolyte, a strong electrolyte, theory of electrolysis. Got it well. And you have the Ostwald dilution law, Arrhenius theory of electrolytes, and we started with acid-base theories and Arrhenius theory, Lewis theory, Brownstead, Lowry theory. And in the future, next class, I just want to discuss about the common ion effect and ionic product of water, pH calculation of various solutions. So, hope you like this session, my dear students, and please attend next class. We will be discussing about exclusively on the pH calculations. Le Chatelier principle, that Ayaz Khan, that also I want to just give a quick revision about that. Okay, anyways, we are done from our side. Please like this session, share with your friends, and subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. Please like and share and subscribe to Infinity Learn channel. Thank you, bye-bye.